So, ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be answering the biggest question of all. Can stopping drinking really be easy? Is it true that stopping can be easy, or is it just what people like me who teach people how to stop drinking are saying to trick people, right? Is it really true? Well, it is 100% true, and I'm going to prove it to you in this video. I know this looks like a little bit like some Egyptian hieroglyphics, but it will all make sense when you watch this video. This video is actually going to explain the process that I take my clients through, the process that I went through, and the process that a lot of viewers of this channel also are going through just by watching the free videos. So this is going to be kind of like an overview of how the process works and how you can make stopping easy. Because it really can be easy. It can be enjoyable and it can feel pretty much effortless. But the thing is why isn't it like that for everybody? Why is it really difficult for some people? Because it is difficult for some people. In fact, it was difficult for me for a decade. Trying to find a solution to the problem, I found it difficult. I did not find it easy. I found it one of the hardest things that I've ever done. But then one day, everything changed. It was like a flick of a switch. And I think a lot of people it depends where people are at. Some of you guys that are watching this video are already in that place. You're already in that state of mind, and you watch these videos to kind of reaffirm the beliefs that you've got and how they're true, these new beliefs, this reframing. However, some of you guys are going to be in a less fortunate situation. You're still going to be drinking, you might have just stopped and you might be finding it hard. So I just want you to watch this video, and I want you to keep as positive as you can. I want you to watch this video and just try to keep in a good frame of mind. Don't start going, this guy's just full of nonsense, this guy's full of crap. Just try and watch it in a positive state of mind. Try and be happy. Don't get all negative out. So without any delay, let's get into it. So can stopping drinking be easy, right? So we're going to go through this little thing here. So the first question we've got to ask ourselves is, why can't it be easy? Why can't it be easy? Now I'm going to explain exactly why it can't be easy, but really ask yourself that, right? If you're watching this video right now, write down some notes. Write down why you don't think it can be easy. Why can't it be enjoyable? Why can't it be effortless? And because understanding this is the first step of the process, right? Understanding why it can't be. Because I can guarantee that every single answer that you write down right now, every single one of them are not true. Every single one of them. Remember what I said? Keep in that positive state of mind. Any reason why you drink alcohol is a belief, right? It's not real. It's not true. It was either put into your mind by somebody else, or it's an extension of drug addiction, right? There's nothing else to it. And why can't it be easy? Well, I never, you know, the thought of stopping drinking being easy and effortless was so far outside of my understanding, right? That when somebody presented that idea to me, I would have told them they're crazy. I would have said it's impossible, because I've already tried a million times and I failed. And every time I tried, it was difficult, right? But why is that going on? Well, let's dive a bit deeper. So the first reason why most people don't find stopping drinking easy is it comes down here. Right, anyway, it comes down to this conditioning, right? And I've spoken about this again and again on the channel, because it's so important to understand, right? The conditioning is this belief that alcohol provides something to you, but it's not just the belief that you've got, right? This belief was implanted into your brain, not conspiracy theory. This is fact. You look at the marketing of alcohol. You look at alcohol and how it's portrayed in the media. You look at how alcohol is portrayed in a movie, in a TV series. You look at how alcohol is portrayed in a music video, right? It is always portrayed, almost always portrayed as this amazing, glamorous, sophisticated thing that only, the best people drink and everybody's relaxed. You look at the messages, and then if you look at the truth and you compare the two side by side, we come up with two completely different worldviews, right? If we look at the truth, we see alcohol as a poison, as something that is destructive, that doesn't give you confidence, it destroys your confidence. We see it as something that doesn't provide value to your life, it takes things away from you. But then when we actually go and look into society and we go to look at the way it's portrayed, they're two totally different things, right? And when this has been happening since you've been a kid, you are conditioned to think that alcohol is actually going to give you something. It's going to be something of value, something that enhances your life. And it ain't true, right? I don't care if you drink 1 drink a day, you drink 10 drinks a day, you're a chronic alcoholic. So that's the first major thing is people don't think that it's easy to stop drinking because they're conditioned to think that it's hard, right? So what this leads to, then we've got these multiple misconceptions, right? So these ideas that alcohol gives us something like it helps relax us, it helps gives us confidence, it helps gives us courage, it's fun, it's a way that you socialize with people. We have all these misconceptions that again aren't true, right? We have got this way that we have framed alcohol and we see it in this very specific state of mind. And this then leads to more misconceptions. So we end up having these other false held beliefs around alcohol, like I said, providing you confidence, providing you courage, providing you charisma, making you more sociable, giving you a fun, good time, relaxing you. All of these things are misconceptions. They are not true, right? I know it's going to be hard for some of you guys to watch this, but they're not true. Alcohol doesn't do any of these things. It does the opposite. And the only reason why you think it gives you those things, well, is number one, is because of the conditioning. But the next thing is that alcohol is a drug. Most people don't realize that they're actually addicted to a drug. And I know that's a bit of a shock horror, but alcohol is a highly addictive drug. In fact, it's probably the most addictive drug on the planet because of all this stuff, because of the conditioning, because of the misconceptions that we've all got around alcohol. And what ends up happening, right, is we've got all these things going on in our life, no matter what, no matter, everybody's got this stuff going on in their life. And then we tell another drinker that we want to stop drinking. And guess what that other drinker believes? He believes this, she believes this, he believes this, right? So we now go to tell our friend that we're going to stop drinking. It's hard to stop drinking, they say. It's going to be difficult to stop drinking, they say. Why don't you just moderate, they say. And then guess what? That is why we don't find it easy to stop drinking, right? But you've got to understand that this part of the problem, right, is this understanding of this kind of stuff. So what you've got to realize is that this is what is going on in your life, whether you like it or not. So when you combine all of these things together, this is why people find it so difficult to stop drinking. And I'm telling you that whilst this stuff seems quite difficult and quite hard to understand, it's the start of doing the first principles approach, right? If you did what I said and you wrote down why you think it's not going to be easy to stop drinking, if you've got a list of things there, you can start first principles thinking right now. So this is what goes on next, right? So all of these things, like all the reasons why you think it's difficult to stop drinking, you write them down, right? And that's representing our first principles. So you write them down and then you start researching them. You start really looking into these things. You start looking into, the way it's marketed. You look into the psychology. You look into why Alcoholics Anonymous call you an alcoholic. You look into all of this stuff. And there are a few ways that you can do this. You can read books, you can watch YouTube videos, you can join programs, comprehensive programs, you can hire coaches. There are multiple ways that you could do this. But when you do this properly, right, all of these things all of the reasons why you think it's difficult to stop drinking, they disappear. It's like they were never there, right? Sounds crazy, but it works. This 100% works, and this is how you make stopping effortless and enjoyable. So you go through these principles. And I had to do this. I think I've read every single book about alcohol that you can get your hands on. Maybe not all of them, because there's probably thousands of smaller ones, but I've read every book. I've watched so many YouTube videos. I've spoken to people that have been successful without drinking alcohol. My mum's not drank for 20 years. I dived deep into this because I was going to get to the bottom of it. I was going to understand this better than anybody. I was going to make myself understand this, not because I wanted to teach other people about doing it. It's because I wanted to stop drinking myself. I wanted to be 100% certain about my decision to be a non-drinker, right? I was doing this for myself before anybody else. Before I was teaching other people how to do it in a Sober Clear program, I was doing this for me. And you've got to feel that you've got to take the same approach that I did. You've got to be all in into finding out why you keep drinking. You've got to go through this approach. Once you've done this successfully, once you've gone through this process and you've, written your notes, you've done your introspection, you've read the material, you really got to a grip of it, you are able to go into this new state of mind, right? And what happens when you've gone through this process is now stopping is no longer difficult. It becomes a logical decision. Oops, can't spell. It becomes a logical decision. It requires no willpower. And you can start going forward in your life rather than revisiting the past. And this state of mind is why I call my business Sober Clear, because it's a state of mind. I take people through this exact process, right? This is what my program does. I take people through that first principles approach so they can get into the state of mind. Now, you can go and do this on your own. I'm not saying that that's the wrong way to go about things. You're totally entitled to go through this whole system, this whole process alone. But most people don't want to do that. They want accountability, they want support, they want somebody that's been there and done that to show them how to do it as well. And that's exactly what I do in the Sober Clear program. So I'm going to leave you to a link below this video where you'll be able to view another short video talking about the process again, and you'll be able to book a 15-minute discovery call That's where we'll get on the phone and and we'll actually go into your situation right now and see if this method would be something that may work for you. Because it's not for everybody, right? You've got to kind of think in a certain way. You have to be open-minded. You have to be optimistic. You have to, be willing to try something new that you've probably never even thought about trying. So, I mean, if that sounds like you, click the link below. There'll be a short video, and again, you can book that call with myself. I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you click the videos on the screen now, you can learn more about some of the 4 stages of stopping drinking and 4 surprising truths to giving up drinking. Thanks a lot.